Grand Rising Soul Fam. I can't believe we're already in another Gene Key. Where does the time go? So we are currently in Gene Key 30, which is the shadow of desire, the gift of lightness. So I wanted to come out here and be with this beautiful light today. And the divine expression of rapture. And so I wanted to share some resources that have been wildly helpful in my contemplation of this Gene Key, in case they might be helpful for you as well. This is coming from the 64 Faces of Awakening deck by Dr. Rosy Aronson. And this is the card. Looks like a familiar face there. I see Robin Williams. Here we go. It starts off with a Richard Rudd quote that says, "As every human being learns, the cycle of desire is eternal." Programming partner 29. My wisdom story. I was said to have shot out of my mother's womb like a rocket and then nursed like a baby whale. As soon as I could talk, I made people laugh. And as soon as I could walk, I ran everywhere I wasn't supposed to go. I was on a mission to experience every single part of life. So I gobbled it up throughout my teens and found myself becoming a young actor. I wanted to experience the sound of applause. I loved being able to be anyone and try anything my mind could dream up. Soon, I desired the experience of being rich and famous, and so I tried that for a long time. I threw my money around like gum wrappers and chewed up my fans like chips. But those flippant times only made me feel empty and alone. My sensitive soul hungered for something different and deeper. I wanted to use every single one of my gifts so that I could have an even bigger impact. Soon I was popular all over the world, but no matter how huge or demanding my achievements were, I still wanted more. For a while, I thought I'd be happy if I could just learn to completely trust my instincts. When I mastered that, all I wanted was for my performances to lift the spirit of all of humanity. But I couldn't escape that awful feeling of wanting more, until the fire in me all but burned out. I became depressed and over-serious. My only desire was to end desire. That is when I discovered Buddhism and meditated for hours in order to become one with everything and finally transcend my never-ending ache. But soon I realized even that was a desire. No matter what I did, the desire would not go away. The moment I faced my desire, admitted defeat, and accepted that it wasn't going to go away, things started to change. I started to lighten up, but not in an ungrounded way. I genuinely stopped trying to control my life. I surrendered totally to all of it, even the most painful parts, including my utter helplessness in relation to my own desires and the inevitable disappointments that followed. I was finally free. My gift to you. I bring good news and I bring bad news. The bad, you're not in control of your destiny, and you're never going to get rid of your desire. The good, accepting this bad news will free you to trust in life. It's time to fully feel your desires and to realize that feeling them doesn't mean acting on them indiscriminately or repressing them. You can welcome a desire into your home without allowing it to control your life. Being human is quite a trip, and life is quite a game, a comedy and a tragedy all at once. You might as well enjoy the ride and keep a sense of humor. Do not pretend to live lightly. Embrace and emanate a true lightness of being. With such an attitude, you won't need to fear your feelings, no matter how painful. A lightness will burn so bright in you, it'll beam out of your eyes, no matter what is happening. Questions? Questions for contemplation. Where are you taking life too seriously? Is your strict adherence to certain principles preventing you from exploring your true passions? Is it possible that some of the desires you've been rejecting aren't as bad, dangerous, or unhealthy as you've come to believe? Are your desires in control of you? Are you overindulging in what feels good without taking any responsibility for the consequences? Think of someone who embodies a true lightness of being. Have you ever experienced true rapture? Was it wonderful, scary, enlightening? Tell me about it. So it is the 13th of the month, which means that the Way of Namaste has our monthly Wellbriety visit, conference call, virtual Zoom, roundtable discussion, meeting, ceremony, sacred ritual, whatever you want to call it. The Way of Wellbriety is an opportunity for us to work the 12 steps together. And I share the steps from the AA Big Book, from Russell Brand's recovery book, from Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way book, and the Lakota prayer for the Red Road Guide to Wellbriety. So there is a conglomerate of that wasn't the right word, but there's a compilation of so many resources for us to walk the 12 steps in a way that feels true and in alignment for us. All of you is welcome here. Today we're going to be calling in step, is it 4? I think it's step 4, and sharing about how the sober or sober curious journey is going for us. So whether you have joined us before or this is your first time, welcome in, and we will be meeting at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and you can find the link on the Way of Namaste, which is a virtual community on the Mighty Networks. We will see you there. Namaste.